There are many evangelical public leaders who say that Christians should not be engaging in political battles. They say we should be about the gospel and nothing else, and should stay out of the so-called culture wars. But it's vital for you to understand that there are at least two major problems with this approach. First, the gospel itself is never divorced in the Bible from repentance from sin. Many of those who claim we should just preach the gospel are strangely silent on the most fashionable sins embraced by our elites and propagated in schools and in media. But that was not the approach of Jesus and his disciples. They pointed out sins, no matter how embedded in the culture those sins were, in order to elicit repentance and faith. And they did so at great cost to themselves. Let's not forget that Jesus was ultimately nailed to a cross by the civil authorities. And it was the early Christians' refusal to affirm that Caesar was Lord that led to their widespread persecution. When we accommodate the culture on its sin, even merely through silent complicity, we're being unbiblical. And we end up losing the gospel itself, turning it into a watered-down self-help instead of a declaration of God's holiness, man's sinfulness, and the love of Christ in reconciling us. And the second failure of evangelical leaders who tell us to stay out of these cultural battles is that they're naive, at best, to think that these battles can be avoided at all. The cultural Marxism that drives everything from the transgender movement to the drumbeat for abortion on demand is about coercion. They will not let you hide. How is a Christian to stay out of the fray when the authorities come into their bakery and order them to bake a wedding cake for a same-sex ceremony on the threat of punishment? What about Christian doctors being punished for refusing to prescribe abortion-causing drugs? Where does a Christian retreat when the HR director at their company brings disciplinary action against them for refusing to refer to a male coworker masquerading as a female as she? No matter how much you may wish to stay out of these battles, you soon won't have that option, because these cultural tyrants cannot allow any dissent from their project of completely remaking reality. They will force you to declare where you stand. And so we Christians are to let God be true and every man a liar. Jesus told his followers that great trials were coming because evil must always attack goodness and truth. But he encouraged them with ultimate hope, saying, "I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I have overcome the world."